Got a spicy episode for y'all today. Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and welcome to another episode of Last Week Crypto. Every Sunday, we review the performance of the largest cryptocurrencies, top gainers, as well as the latest global news stories affecting the crypto markets this past week. This week, we will discuss how out of control the global monetary systems have become, government stimulus efforts, new government regulation in the crypto space, and how Bitcoin is gaining momentum. To check out the links to all the articles we discuss, go to cryptocasey.com/lastweekcrypto. This week's episode is brought to you by Crypto.com, an exchange with over 55 different cryptocurrencies. On Crypto.com's mobile app, you can buy crypto with bank transfers, credit, debit cards, or crypto at true cost with no markups. Crypto.com also has a desktop exchange that is solely for crypto-to-crypto trading, which isn't available in the US quite yet. If you use the link below to sign up for Crypto.com, you'll receive $25 worth of cryptocurrency for free when you use the referral code CryptoCasey, all while supporting the channel. It's so important to have relationships with multiple exchanges in this bull market. Many times, exchanges have to hold funds, freeze transactions, and lock accounts when they are overloaded with increased demand. So check out my list of recommended exchanges below to sign up so you have multiple options to trade when the crypto market really starts to take off. Also, every Wednesday, I conduct a weekly AMA, or Ask Me Anything, at Instagram.com/CryptoCasey. So use the link to my one and only official Instagram account listed in the description area to follow me and ask me anything you want every Wednesday. And one more piece of exciting news, I will be starting live stream content on my twitch.tv/CryptoCasey account, so pop over there to subscribe for some weekly live content soon. Awesome. Last week crypto, go. Looking at the top cryptocurrencies by market cap over the past week, Bitcoin up 11.4%, ETH flirting with the $600 mark, up 14.7%, XRP up 4.5%, and Litecoin out of nowhere among the top 5 now, up 20%. Nice. Looking at the top gainers this week, Nexo up 70.4%, MadeSafe up 70.2%, Elrond up 62.4%, and Sushi up 54.2%. So the crypto market has been sideways overall. But man, how about that stock market action? I don't know about you, but I want a full refund on my college econ class. Believe me, people with a background in finance like myself are just kind of watching this whole thing like you would a horror movie through our fingers. In fact, fun personal side story about how I watch horror movies, or rather used to watch horror movies because I don't really watch them anymore. My imagination is just too much. It's already embarrassing enough to be an adult and still afraid of the dark. Anyway, I watched horror movies like this, thumbs covering ears from scary sounds, fingers covering eyes from scary sights. So my dad and I went to see The Exorcism of Emily Rose in theaters, and I was maybe like 12 years old or something. We were the only ones in the theater, okay? So the scary parts are happening, and I'm doing my thing, and through my fingers midway through the movie, during a scary part, I see like a shadow go across the screen. So I kind of look more clearly, and to my complete and utter shock, I was totally alone in the theater during this loud, terrifying part. My dad had just like ran straight out of the theater. And so naturally, I take off running out of there too, and my dad was just dying laughing. So the rest of the movie, I did my thing, but like angled towards his seat to mitigate that potential from happening again. Anyway, back to people with backgrounds in finance watching the horror that is the reality of our financial world right now. Sadly, there are not a lot of finance people out there, so the majority of the world lives completely unaware of how out of control the global monetary systems have become. 20% of USD in history was printed this year alone. Most fiat is now far past the point of return. So the opportunity for digital currency has never been better. Which is great for us in crypto, but I mean, take a look at the same day headlines December 4th, 2020. Fauci, January will be terrible. Pfizer slashes vax rollout. Job growth slows sharply. Drudge report. Meanwhile, Dow rises 150 points. S&P hits fresh record despite disappointing US jobs report. WTF fam? Paul Tudor Jones sums this insanity up nicely. Bitcoin's $500 billion market cap is wrong in a world where equities have a $90 trillion market cap and gold has a $7 trillion. And in this same world across the pond, we are still seeing hypocrisy like this getting completely exposed. Bank of England versus Bitcoin. A short story.
If you want to buy Bitcoin, be prepared to lose all your money. If you want to buy it, fine, but understand what you've got. It has no intrinsic value. It may have extrinsic value, but it has no intrinsic value. If you want to buy Bitcoin, be prepared to lose all your money.
Yeah, boy, y'all already know. Woefully incompetent governments have no idea what they are talking about, no idea what they are doing, but we already know what they're going to do. They are a one-trick pony after all. Bad news, more stimulus. Good news, more stimulus. Oh god, it's past the point of horror, and it's just laughable. Check this out. The best recovery $7 trillion in QE can buy you. Just look at those wicked sharp lines. It's crazy. And in case you forgot what QE is, it's basically
counterfeiting, sometimes called quantitative easing, but counterfeiting by any other name. The artificial printing of money, which if any ordinary person did, they'd go to prison for a very long time. And yet governments and central banks do it all the time.
So where is the light at the end of this tunnel?
Can central banks just keep printing money because there's no one to foreclose on them?
Not forever, but maybe for a lot longer than we think.
And if they do, then what's going to be the downside?
The longer you keep the thing going, the worse it is.
Governments and central banks. Such a shame that the only people governments and central banks look out for are themselves and their big business cronies. I mean, just think about it. What makes more sense? These same governments and central banks that commit crimes against humanity day in and day out, are these same governments really enacting lockdowns because they actually care about common people like us dying? Or are lockdowns a not-so-subtle way for big business to crush their small business competition through regulatory thumbs on the scale? The unholy alliance of big business and government strikes again. But hey, this is all open to interpretation. I know a lot of people get super spicy about the COVID, lockdown, mask, social distancing situation. That's cool. However, that is a completely separate concept from believing the US government actually cares about you individually, me individually, our friends individually, and our family individually. Their actions speak much louder than their words, all throughout history and especially in recent times. I mean, even the chief marketing officer of Bitcoin, or more popularly known as the chair of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, admits it, saying, "The risk of overdoing stimulus is less than the risk of underdoing it." The Fed knows it's overdoing it. As to the risk, time will tell. In my opinion, it's an abomination. And now that Powell has basically admitted to overdoing it, he personally deserves the full blame when this bubble blows up. He's created the circus that he is personally financially benefiting from. As if Powell would actually care if everyone blamed him once it all falls apart. The US won't ban overdoing stimulus, and like I already declared in last week's episode, the US won't ban Bitcoin, says OCC's Brian Brooks. The US comptroller of the currency promised a lot of good news for crypto by the end of Donald Trump's term. Will be interesting to see what Brooks's definition of good news for crypto is. My guess is it will definitely be quite good news for the government and their big business cronies, because although Bitcoin cannot be banned, what they will try to ban is your right to control your own keys. Make sure you control your keys before that happens. And guys,
I rise again, I'm afraid, to make the same old hoary speech that I've been making here for several years.
Get your crypto off of the exchanges, because what these rat bastards are going to try to do is control all of the crypto themselves and only allow common people to have price exposure through third-party BS like Robinhood, PayPal, and pretty soon all of the crypto exchanges that currently allow withdrawal to self-custody wallets. So the best time to get a cold storage hardware wallet was yesterday, and the next best time is today. So scroll down to the description area below to access the correct and official sites of my recommended hardware wallets. BC Vault is my personal favorite. Another option is the Ledger Nano Backup Pack. So scroll down and check them out. And once your crypto is secure and protected, you also need to protect your ability to generate income. And there are a ton of opportunities currently available in the cryptocurrency and blockchain tech space. And the opportunities will continue to exponentially increase. So if you're interested in learning how to become a developer in the industry or learn more about the advanced technical concepts of blockchain technology, check out Ivan on Tech's Academy. Using the link in the description area, you can access the Academy at a discounted price. So scroll down and check it out. Cool, so yeah, governments and their big business cronies are on the move. Let's go through a quick flurry of news bits that hit the press this week. SEC announces new standalone office dedicated to digital assets and blockchain. Nice. And their crony counterparts, S&P Dow Jones Indices, to launch cryptocurrency indexes in 2021. And then we see Visa partners with Ethereum digital dollar startup that raised $271 million. which was the startup Circle, the creators of USDC, who, if you remember from last week's episode, also partnered with the US government to circumvent Venezuelan dictator Maduro to support the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. So USDC definitely has an edge right now, as US lawmakers seek to make stablecoins illegal without federal approval. A new bill introduced to Congress seeks to control the entire stablecoin industry by requiring all related activities to obtain federal approval first. Bearish for Tether, and this could cause a major pullback in the crypto markets at large, depending on how this shakes out. Because Tether's market capitalization is quite massive compared to the entire cryptocurrency market at large. So, what is market capitalization? In cryptocurrency, market capitalization, or market cap for short, is simply the total dollar value of the project at large, which is calculated by multiplying the total amount of tokens circulating by the price per token. For example, if you go to CoinGecko and look at a smaller project like XIO here, if you take the price per token, which is around 29 cents at the time of this video, and multiply it by the total circulating supply, which is around 20,500,000, you will calculate the total dollar value of the project, or the market capitalization, which is around $5.8 million. So if you go to the main page of CoinGecko and sort by total market cap, you will see all of the projects with the most total dollar value. Bitcoin and Ethereum are typically the top 2 projects by market cap at the time of this video. Not too far down, always in the top 5 these days, for now, is Tether with a market cap of $41 billion. And the entire market cap of the entire crypto space, which is just the total dollar value of all existing cryptocurrencies at the time of this video, is about $566 billion. And if you divide Tether's $41 billion market cap with the entire crypto space's market cap of $566 billion, you will see that Tether makes up around 7% of all the value in the space right now. So if 7% of the entire crypto market cap suddenly became illegal, that would definitely create a bearish scenario and rock the market. Tether is pegged to the value of the US dollar, so each token is equal to $1. So people typically use Tether to sit on the sidelines of the crypto markets so they keep a stable value of crypto they can easily use to trade other volatile cryptos. If 7% of the money on the sidelines used to trade became illegal, yeah, I think you can see how that wouldn't be great for the market at large. Bitcoin is our shot against tyranny, and boy do we need it more than ever. It's definitely been pulling its weight though. I mean, after all, Bitcoin is winning the COVID-19 monetary revolution. The virtual currency is scarce, sovereign, and a great place for the rich to store their wealth. And most of the rich are in big institutional investing. They are flooding into the crypto space in droves because every asset manager must understand Bitcoin. Shapeshift CEO Eric Voorhees believes any asset manager who is ignorant of Bitcoin needs to seriously check their premises. Because BlackRock's Fink says Bitcoin can possibly evolve into global asset. The head of the world's largest asset manager has provided a somewhat bullish take on the world's first cryptocurrency. According to the report, Fink also said having a digital currency has a real impact on the US dollar, making it less relevant on a global scale for international holders of dollar-based assets. He also raised the question, does it change the need for the dollar as a reserve currency? Ooh, hook, line, and sinker for the US dollar, bearish dollar, bullish Bitcoin. And the longer Bitcoin spends hovering below 20K, the more energy is coiling beneath it, making the move beyond 20K that much more explosive. Awesome. Well, that was Last Week Crypto with me, Crypto Casey. If you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more crypto content. To check out the links to all the articles we discussed, go to cryptocasey.com/lastweekcrypto. So what do you think about all the new government regulations coming out? Do you think Bitcoin will explode past 20K before the end of the year? If so, what do you think the new all-time high will be over the next 2 months? Let me know in the comments below. Be safe out there.